211 countries entered the qualifying process. Only 48 made the tournament. The other 163 went home. If you have ever wondered how a nation earns a place at the World Cup, what the actual road looks like, country by country, confederation by confederation, here is the answer. FIFA divides the world into 6 continental confederations. UEFA covers Europe, CONMEBOL covers South America, CAF covers Africa, AFC covers Asia, CONCACAF covers North and Central America and the Caribbean, OFC covers Oceania. Each confederation runs its own qualifying tournament. Each receives a different allocation of final tournament places. That allocation is political as much as it is sporting. For the 2026 World Cup, UEFA receives 16 spots. CONMEBOL receives 6. CAF receives 9. AFC receives 8. CONCACAF receives 6. OFC receives 1. There is an additional 2-spot intercontinental playoff that pulls the best runner-up from several confederations and has them compete against each other for the remaining places. Europe receives the most berths because UEFA member nations are, on average, the strongest in the world. The highest-ranked African nations are arguably better than several European qualifiers. But Europe has more spots because European football is more commercially valuable to FIFA's broadcast deals. The allocation reflects power, history, and money as much as footballing merit. UEFA's qualifying is a round-robin league system. European nations are divided into 12 groups. Each team plays home and away against every other team in its group. The group winners qualify automatically. The runners-up enter a playoff round. Nations outside the top spots go home. South America's CONMEBOL runs something unique, a single continental round-robin across all 10 member nations. Every team plays every other team, home and away, over roughly 2 years. The top 6 qualify directly. 7th place enters an intercontinental playoff. The reason CONMEBOL uses a single table rather than groups is that the continent only has 10 members. Groups would be too small. And the format is particularly brutal because there is no second chance. Every match against every rival matters from the first game to the last. Africa's CAF runs group stages and knockout rounds across its 54 member associations, whittling them down to 9 qualifiers. Asia's AFC has expanded qualification for 2026. A first round eliminates the lowest-ranked teams. A second round creates groups of 6 teams in a round-robin format. The top teams from those groups advance to a third round, which produces the 8 automatic Asian qualifiers and feeds into the Intercontinental Playoff. Oceania's OFC, the smallest confederation, has just 11 members. The OFC winner earns 1 automatic spot in 2026, a major improvement from the Intercontinental Playoff position they held in previous cycles, which meant the best team in their entire confederation still faced another elimination round against a team from a different part of the world. For the major footballing nations, qualification is expected. England, Germany, France, Brazil, they qualify. When they don't, it is treated as a catastrophe. Italy, 4-time world champions, failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup after losing a playoff to Sweden. They then failed to qualify for the 2022 World Cup, losing to North Macedonia. The shock of back-to-back absences from the most widely watched sporting event in the world prompted an emergency review of Italian football's development pipeline. At the other end of the table, qualification means something different. For the Faroe Islands, qualifying means winning matches against far stronger opponents and reaching a position where finishing last in the playoff round is still an achievement. For many African nations, qualifying means navigating a brutally compressed elimination process with no margin for error. The 2026 expansion from 32 to 48 teams was partly designed to give more nations a route in, particularly from CONCACAF, AFC, and CAF. Mathematically, it works. More nations now have a realistic route to the tournament than at any point in the World Cup's history. But the process is still, in the end, a filter. 211 nations enter. 48 finish the journey. The road is long and most countries never reach the end of it. Now you know.